gentleman yields back. The gentleman from California, Mr. Sherman, the ranking member of the Subcommittee on Capital Markets, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Yes, I'll point out normally a hearing on capital markets would be in that capital markets subcommittee. I'll also point out that meme coins were determined by the SEC not to be securities only after Gary Gensler left, and that decision was made under the Trump administration. But I'll agree with a lot of the crypto folks here who have said it's kind of silly that we're determining how to regulate crypto based on a 1940s case involving orange groves interpreting a law written in the 1930s. We ought to have, if we could write it, a good crypto regulation law designed for this century. The problem is that all the money and power in this town is on one side. There is no lobby for effective enforcement of our tax laws or enforcing our sanctions laws or dealing with drug dealing. And so I fear that while determining what our policy should be by having brilliant lawyers look at magnifying glasses and footnotes from the 1940s, looking at a case and determining on that basis how to regulate crypto is an absolutely absurd thing for a society to do. Passing a bad law would be even worse. Mr. Heisinger says that your industry wouldn't like a patchwork. Many industries would like a patchwork because then they pick which patch they want to be in. And if we had a system where any crypto entity could go to Wyoming, and then Wyoming would say, well, we're going to leave this at the county, and so you just find one county in somewhere in Wyoming that will give you everything you want, and you give them some jobs and some economic activity that's significant to that county. But I want to focus, I also want to say that there is really a battle inside crypto that hasn't quite broken out yet between the old coins and the new coins. And most of our testimony here is in favor of making it easier to create new coins. I think that what will be the undoing of crypto is more crypto. And I'm on the side of the new coins versus the old coins, although we really should have people investing in businesses that employ people and build things in the United States. But we've got some brilliant lawyers here, and I want to focus on a really easy legal questions. Since I stopped practicing law last century, Mr. Serra, and I realize you're not representing your firm here, but you are a lawyer, and if a powerful politician in this state or that state came to your firm and said, we're going to prevent your firm from practicing law in our state unless you give me $1 million, would that be legal?
Thank you for the question. Like I said in my opening, I'm here in my individual capacity, and
you're individually a lawyer, a pretty good one. Can you give me an answer?
Thank you. I'd like to contribute to the conversation about how we need to come up with a new regulatory framework for keeping.
I know, but you're here in Congress, and then this is my time, and I'm asking you a question, which is your obligation to answer. Can you answer?
Yes, sir.
So that would be illegal?
I'm not an ethics expert, but that sounds coercive, yeah.
Okay. And if instead of the $1 million going to the politician, the $1 million was going to some political organization the politician was aligned with, would that change the answer?
I'm not clear on the question, I'm sorry.
The question is, a powerful politician comes to your firm and says, we're going to make it impossible to practice in our state unless the firm gives $1 million to a political organization allied with that politician.
So I can't comment on the legality of that. I'm not a lawyer. I'm
this
a corporate lawyer.
This is 1L stuff here. You choose not to. Ms. Smith, and I'll ask you both. You could be giving us testimony that was adverse to the interests of Donald Trump coin. And then your whole firm could find that it is disqualified to do anything and you lose all the security clearances. How can you assure us that your testimony is not affected by the knowledge that you could have a $1 billion, that the issues we're discussing here could have a $1 billion effect on a president willing to disqualify firms that displease him? Ms. Smith.
As I mentioned, I'm here today in my personal capacity. so
Right,
my-
and
so my
we need to know
testimony-
that you're representing what you really believe and not fear of Trump. Can you do that?
My testimony is in my personal capacity, so I'm representing my own views today.
The gentleman's time has expired.